Alright, hey guys, welcome back to the next episode. Where I left you guys off, we pretty much just built the cockpit, well, space for the cockpit inside the ship. Before I do the inside though, I do want to finish the outside. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and add in a cylinder. Now, as before, we're going to go over to the input and I want it to be smooth, but yeah, we'll just leave it at 8. So back to object mode, we'll change this back to 90 so that it's nice and in line with the ship. Now this is going to be a gun, one of the weapons with the ship. We bring that down, zoom in. It's going to be 2 machine guns, miniguns, along the bottom here. Maybe a little bit bigger. And we're basically just going to make that look as nice as we can. Just coming out at the corner here. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. I also want a cube, which will house as the main of the gun. And let's copy over the translation. Make sure it's in line. Once again, we don't need the Y. We don't need to make that mistake again. And size it down completely, make it a little bit thin, keep sizing maybe up, and to the right. Okay, size up a little more. Okay, so face, I'm going to select that face, going to bring it down, going to size it this way, that way, up a little bit, oh, not that way, maybe that way a bit. I don't know, we'll do the main box once we've got the gun going. So let's go ahead and select faces. And we're practically just going to build our gun. So like I said, once this is here we'll do this, so we'll quickly just bring this out. Like so. Make sure it covers the whole gun. There we go. Now we'll just carry on building the actual barrel. So go back to faces, select all the I already had, but we'll do it again. And we're going to carry on. So extrude it a little bit. We're just going to make it look like a gun. So we'll just keep going, kind of like a cannon. You can see it's coming out nicely. And we'll go back inside. Do that there. And there you go. Got a cannon. A big ass fat cannon. Cannon nonetheless. I'll just size that down a little bit. Don't want it to be too big, right? Put it down a bit. There we go. Cannon. And we can actually duplicate that. Move that to the other side as well. Actually, wait. Not yet. We are going to add a brace. Sounds weird, I know. So let's go ahead and add a brace. We'll need another cube. Oh, I got the hiccups, never mind. About a brace like that should do. So we're going to go ahead and add this in. And then practically it literally just has to look like it's holding the gun in place. This is what a brace is going to do. So we'll connect it to the top of the ship. And we're going to quickly optimize while we go. So face, delete that, face, delete that. And obviously on here we want to delete all them faces there. So delete that. Move this back up. Not too much. There. Now let's carry on with our brace. Go ahead, grab face, extrude, and then we practically just want to move this. I'll start off too much to the right. We want to bring that in. We want to move it so that it's on the edge of the gun. So it literally looks like it's cupping. Yeah, bad choice of words, but you guys know what I mean. So it's cupping the gun, like so. And then we'll go all the way to the other side. Oh, probably would help if I move around and look at where I'm actually building. Extrude again. Okay, so still try to keep this as low poly as we can, but still doing what we want it to do. Delete that face. As you can see, it's like a brace for the gun. Basically just looks like it's keeping it in place, which is exactly what we wanted. I would go into more detail and add maybe a bolt holding it on, but we don't want to lag out games, do we? Other people's computers. That is not what we're here for. So duplicate, move it to the other side. It's perfect. And the only thing we need to change is the brace. We need to switch the Y to 180. And then move it into place. Like so. There we go, we've got two guns mounted and braced on. Let's go ahead and save. Alright. So now we got weaponry kind of in the bag. Kind of. What would be next? I guess we could move on to the cockpit or landing gear. Landing gear. Okay, now how are we going to do this? Because we're going to need to animate it as well. I guess we're definitely going to need landing gear. So we'll just add in a cube and center it out for now. Bring it down, change the size, bring it up. Okay, now we need to know, do we want landing gear that is physically going to move, or landing gear that's stationary and static and just you can't bring it up or down? No, we want to be able to toggle the landing gear. It adds an extra bit of playability featuring. So let's go ahead and get started, right? We'll need about that big. So face. Extrude, delete. Okay, so now we have a kind of brace, holster type thing, and that's where our landing gear is going to go inside. So actually, I'm going to control Z. To this point, I'm just going to duplicate, just so we have the dimensions. We drag it down and select the face and just do exactly what I've done. Hit delete. Grab this, scale it a little bit. Scroll up, and that should fit inside. Yeah. Okay. That's going to be the feet. Let's just make sure the cockpit is kind of intersect. That should be fine. Okay. So the foot will then eventually scroll and just fit in there. That's exactly what we want. So we need to edit this. Practically making feet for the spaceship. That's pretty much what we're just doing now. I'm just improvising. That's what it'll be like. Is that enough space? It's enough space. And then it scrolls up into the ship like so. And just make sure it's not, yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's just stop this from looking so much like a cube. Give it a little bit more base. And scrolls up like that. When it scrolls down. Does that seem fair? That looks good to me. Alright, so we're going to add 2 more of these. So Control D. Go along the back. Go along here, Control D. Go along here. Now we're going to have to edit the back ones. We'll drag them up. That. I'm going to have to edit them a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Now we're going to have to change the actual leg. Actually, I'm going to delete one of these like that and actually edit this one. We basically just need to make it longer. Like that. And preferably add a bit more bracing to it as well. Gonna hit delete because we don't need that face. There we go, seems fair. It's like a unique shape. Okay, let's click and drag that back up. Now we're going to duplicate that, move that to the other side. There we go. That's the bottom of the ship done. Now these should all just be able to flop inside and look like it's closed. And then obviously these ones have to go a little bit more because they're longer. But all in all, that's perfect. Can even animate them inside Unity. Save some time. Okay, next on the list would be the cockpit. Ladder on the side, and I would say that it's ready for testing. Because remember, this is only a temporary spaceship, just so we can get the mechanics done and everything ready. So yeah, I'm going to end this one here. Thanks for watching, and stand by for the next one, I guess.